Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy whatever day this is. Wednesday, I think. Hope everyone's having a great morning. I just realized I forgot to write something down. Alrighty. Good morning, True Seeker. How are you? Good morning, Trench. It's what? Trench, stop playing. You for real? No, that means that it might come here. What? Why is it snowing? Okay, we don't have snow in our forecast, so please keep it there. All we have is thunderstorms a couple of days in the next week and a half. What the hell? That is so not okay. Good morning, Rio. How are you? So let me tell you guys about the donkey of the day. So this guy says that he reached $10,000 on his 50K accounts in the first 4 days of the trading session or the trading payout window, and proceeds to say he's going to take it slow now to get to his payout. Take it slow for the next 6 days. So this is on Facebook, mind you, and I'm at the point of being done answering questions on Facebook, which is really crazy because that's kind of where I started, but I think at this point I'm over it. So he proceeds, I proceed to say, hey, you might not want to take it slow because you risk, being denied a payout. You can't make all of this money in the first 4 days and slow down and, drastically decrease your contract size for the next 6 days to secure a payout. That's considered a withdrawal strategy and is against the rules. Of course, you have dumbasses coming to, one guy, let me just read you exactly what he said. And I say, yeah, first of all, once you start throwing out degrees and stuff, you make yourself look even more stupid. So he was like, well, here's the deal on that rule. It violates federal contract rules and therefore makes you an employee. As a contractor, they can't tell you how or when to do the job other than very broad rules. This was my field of study for my degree. You made yourself look even dumber. I have been a 1099 contractor for the last probably like 8 or 9 years, even in the medical field. So you mean to tell me that working as a nurse, as a contractor, you mean to tell me that I don't have to follow any of the rules because I'm a contractor? If you don't shut up and stop being stupid, please. Like, I just don't understand people at all. I don't. Like, everybody just wants to be right instead of just knowing what the damn rules are. Then another person was like, well, a payout denial is not the worst thing. You could just continue to trade for 10 days. Okay, if that's what his goal is, but clearly his goal is to withdraw. So if his goal is to withdraw, that means that he can't do that. Otherwise, he won't be able to withdraw. Then another person said something to me and I was like, look, I know the rules and I know them well. And being a mod in the official Apex group, Discord group, I can tell you how often I see people getting denied for this thing. But you know what? Y'all got it. And this is why I'm done with Facebook. I'd rather have 1,000 people in Discord asking the same question about the 30% consistency rule than deal with Facebook people. I be over them at this point. I am. Yes, break a leg, everyone. Everyone do well. Oh, yeah. So because I did ask y'all to hold me accountable, I'm going to be honest. I did not put all of my stuff in my Excel sheet. However, I did start. I got through the first week and a half of March. And as I was putting stuff in there, I'm like, okay, I'm putting majority wins in here. Like, so clearly it's not the foundation of my strategy that caused the issue yesterday. It has to be little small things. Because I told you guys that with the data that I have, I don't always have every single scenario that pops up, right? Or I could have data for something, but there's not enough data for me to really make a decision. So instead, I stopped putting stuff in there because I knew that that wasn't going to help me with my goal of figuring out what the hell yesterday was. So what I did instead was I took every single loss that I had, looked at different variables of the trades to try to figure out where the disconnect was. And I found it. So I basically had to go back through my back test data for each of the losses yesterday to figure out what, and it's all small stuff. Every single thing was something small, which is a good thing, but also like are you for real? Why did you take this long to show me that? So at this point, we'll just see what happens. So I did have 2 trades set up this morning. One of them I missed. It just happened so freaking fast. Like, I was waiting for the volume to increase on the reversal bar, and when I tell you it just reversed, 2 seconds later it hit the entry and it was out. Like it was too quick for me to even put a pending in. So I was just like, all right, well, we just are done with that one. And then the second trade was a break even. So that's where we're at the moment. Do I want to? Yeah. Let's see what happens with this one. I'm kind of banking on there being enough volume to, and there's might not be. I don't really have a lot of trades like this. I'm gonna break even because I don't know. Watch, it's gonna push all the way through, and then I'm gonna call myself stupid. Can you go to the break even level? Then I'll feel good. All right. So we were going to break even there anyway. I know that this isn't considered a VWAP touch because the high of that bar is 69.25 and the VWAP is at 69.54. So I round down to 50. However, we were going back towards the new high, which is why I was like, I don't know, but there was more volume in this candle than that reversal candle, which is why I felt comfortable taking it. But then once it started doing all that wishy-washy stuff, then I just wasn't confident anymore. But I could have just stayed in it. So right now I'm basically just break even minus commissions. I'm at $10 and then the commissions is $11.94. But yeah. Key or Amber? Good morning, T Money. It doesn't matter, honestly. Some of my family members call me Amber. Some of them call me Kiki. Some people just call me Key. Like my best friends, almost all of them just call me Key for the most part. Actually, all of my friends call me just Key. So whatever floats your boat. What's the Facebook group name? I'm pretty sure I answered in the official one, so I'll tell you. Oh no, this actually was not the official one. This is I forget his name, but it's his affiliate group. It's called Apex Trader Funding. And then in parentheses, it says non-official. And then in another parentheses, it says discounts, tips, testimonials. So it's that group. I forget the freaking guy's name. Shalan, I think it's SHALAN, I think. I feel like I was in his Discord and I left it because it was pointless. But let's see. Shoot. Yeah, it's a group by Shalan Winter. Sorry, guys. That's what it looks like. You're welcome. Good morning, Applejacks. How are you? What you shaking your head at? What happened? London wasn't good to you? You can't come in here shaking your head without saying good morning first. What happened? What had happened? Oh yeah, shit. I did order a new mouse. It's just like my old one. That's almost 2 years old. I still cannot get this thing back on track. And when I looked, it was like 20 bucks versus 50. And we love the sale. So, and because I love that mouse so much, I like ergonomic mice. And I totally forgot to open it. As much as I love, this is my really expensive gaming mouse, and I like it because there's a pinky rest, but I just hate using a wireless mouse though. Also, one thing I was looking at yesterday was the possibility of holding one particular setup. It's only one. If it's not that one, we don't do it. But one particular setup, I can hold the trades a little bit longer. Typically, it's like 30 to 40 ticks versus my 18. I would have to possibly increase the stop loss a little bit. So I'll just look at it. It's not something that I care too much about right now. Right now I'm just focused on getting these last little kinks out of my regular strategy. And then what I would end up having to do is, like, before this one particular setup, just quickly change the ATM. And I know at least what the stop loss will always be, but depending on the day, because basically what I'll do is I'll TP at my major level. What is that? So yeah, I'll just set the take profit at my major level and then it should be fine. Yeah, I should be good. But because it's based on the distance between my minor and major levels, which they vary, that will determine what my take profit is. What's the brand? Oh, trading at work sucks. The brand is called what is this? Oh, I think these are weights. Probably. This is what it looks like. I feel like I just typed in, oh, it's EVGA. EVGA, and this is the X17 gaming mouse. I got it from Newegg. Newegg.com is who has it right now for $20 versus $50. And they actually shipped extremely fast. It said I wasn't going to get it for 2 days, but I ended up getting it the next day. Possibly because of where I live, but it worked out. It worked out. All right, let's put this back. I remember when I first got, wait a minute. Okay. It's so weird because it looks like it's made for a left-hand person. But it's not. It's just because of the way it curves, it makes it look like it's made for the opposite hand. But it's a very comfortable mouse, very responsive. And I just prefer a wired mouse. I prefer wired controllers when I'm gaming. It's just what I prefer. But like I said, I do love my my wireless mouse as well. The wireless one is a Corsair Dark Core RGB Pro SE. But if you're looking for a very nice wired mouse, that is one. And then I use Rakuten so I can get an extra 3% cash back on top of the, I think it was like a 40% discount. Ah, yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right, we can turn you off. Put you back up. But the cool thing about this mouse, the wireless one, is that it does come with a USB. So you can connect via USB, wireless, or Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. So that, I love that mouse. NQ is kicking your butt today. How much is it kicking your butts? How much, Apple Jacks? I hope not as bad as it was kicking my butt yesterday, because we ain't like that. Okay. But yeah, it came with these 5-gram weights. I don't even know where you put them. Oh, wait. I think that's where you... Ah, I remember opening this thing on my other one. Like, why is there all these little holes in there? Well, that's cool. I can 100% guarantee you that I did not pay attention to this little pocket that was inside of the packaging when I opened that one 2 years ago. I didn't even pay attention to it. And the only reason I opened the other mouse the other day is because I was looking for something. I was trying to figure out if there was a way for me to easily open up the mouse so I can put the little mouse thing back on the tracker. And yeah. Didn't quite work, and I was like, what are all these little holes right here? I had no idea. No idea. Let's see what so that's gonna have to be, I did also change out my volume indicator like I said I was going to. Unfortunately, because I haven't really taken very many trades, I don't know if it's helped with the lag a little bit. I don't know yet, but I guess I'm gonna keep this one on though, and hopefully I'll be able to tell. But I feel like I feel like I've tried to put it on my live chart a couple of times and like nothing popped up, and I was so confused as to why. Because I remember being able to use it on my 20 tick chart and the 12 tick chart. No, I think maybe it was messing up on the 12 tick chart. I don't remember, but I do prefer this volume indicator though. It's like a it's an oscillator versus how the traditional up down indicator looks. And I'll show you why I like it a little bit better. Hopefully this doesn't start causing me issues. All right, so, oh, I forgot to send that person. It just made me think about it. Volume up, down. All right, so with the traditional up down indicator, I have to pay attention to every single bar and try to like quickly look to see like which one is associated with the reversal bars. Whereas on this particular indicator, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a little white line, and because it goes based off of like current data, you won't be able to see the little white line on each reversal bar unless I turn the tick replay data on. But yeah, I prefer this one over this. It's so much easier for me to just look for the little white lines on the reversal bars, or just like at the end of each swing. It's so quick to look at that versus this. And like I said, I think that one was causing some of the lag issue because someone else was complaining about the same thing. So I don't know. Oh shoot. Come on, put the data box back. 6:35. All right, let's see what kind of trade we can get here. I might put one of these weights inside of this mouse because it is super light. You know what? I feel like that execution was way quicker than what I've been dealing with. So maybe that volume up down was the problem. Might have been the problem. All right, the trade is almost taking profit. I just want to show you guys so you can see like the white line is at the on the end of every swing, so I can just quickly look at the value of that to know what the volume is for that particular reversal bar. All right, and I just got the take profit just now. Is my, hold on, chart. Okay, sorry guys, I didn't realize I had the wrong account over there. All right, so now you can see I still had it on the follower account. I forgot. But yeah, I just took a basic pullback, higher low, higher high, higher low, going back towards the session high. It did resist a little bit when it came back to the prime high, but then it pushed through. It didn't pull back far enough for me to take this particular pullback. Since we're going back towards the session high, I needed to pull back to at least 725 before I can even think to take a trade. So we'll see. Even though I don't need to put the trades in my Excel sheet to figure out the little tweaks that I need to make, I am going to continue to put the rest of them in there because I'll be consistently adding to it every day. So my schedule now will basically be after I finish trading, journal them in my physical journal. Excuse me. And then after that, I will do the online journal and then the Excel spreadsheet. That's the goal, at least. Let's see, 1188. As long as we don't stall in this bar for very long, I'll be able to take this sell. That makes sense. Like, well, I don't even understand why I didn't think of that pattern before. All right, let's see what happens. See if we can push through. Right now we're stuck at my minor level. Hopefully we don't reject there for long and we could just push on through the TP. Maybe not. Don't fail me now. Oh, it's a lot of riffraff. It's a lot of riffraff. All right, what are we at? Break even still, basically, yeah. All right, no sell here. I wonder if I have to... That wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense. $14.09. You're not wrong, you're just early. But I wonder if I have to treat this rotation level like the other ones, where I told you guys, like, if I'm, for instance, right here, if I was in a buy, I would have to break even, which I will already be out of this particular trade, but I would have to break even at the rotation level when it paints. I never really paid attention to this type of rotation level though. That could be a thing. I don't know. As you can see, we literally hit it just like we hit the other ones, and we just reversed. So that might be something to pay attention to now that I'm not paying attention to 25 trillion other things. Here you go with this. This is that sell I don't really like, but I can't. Oh wait, great. It just invalidated itself. Even better. Even better. And I know for sure. $484. Alright, we've pushed down too far now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start paying attention to my divergence trades when they get back to the previous swing's rotation level. Because if I start treating that one like the other one, that trade right there would just be a break even versus a full loss. And I 100% can guarantee you I have not been paying attention to that at all. Where are we at right now? Delete those. Let's see, 525. That's 550. So VWAP touch. You made it back. Okay, okay. You bought at 377 and sold at 409. That was a nice swing up. Your boy Ian taught us some shit about trading equal volume bars and Heikkanashi instead of regular candles at open. Think you could have held still? 409. Well, I mean, considering we've been kind of trying to push through and create new highs, you probably were possibly better off getting out of it just because we don't really know what's going to happen at the high again. Trenches, are you liking that so far? I don't think I've ever used equal volume bars. Used Heikkanashi before though. And I feel like equal volume bars. Sell by 787. I'm gonna chance this because if I get into this trade, I'm not going to take profit at this rotation level because even though it's new and it hasn't been hit yet, it seems like I only have to do it if it's based off of the previous swing. So like if it was attached to this bar versus being all the way back there. So, oh, you know what? No. Now, I should have canceled that order. I wasn't paying attention. So I should have just canceled the order because I wasn't filled yet, but you could see how the new rotation level painted on this bar. So it was the previous swing. So I have to break even there because a lot of times it's going to it's going to reject off of it like it just did. So for that one, I could have just canceled the pending order. But yeah, it wasn't so much this rotation level, it was this one. And for whatever reason, I didn't start paying attention to that till like a week, maybe 2 weeks ago. And that's why I'm wondering if I got to treat the other rotation levels the same way. I don't know yet. You haven't even attempted. Listen, like I told you, proceed with caution with that one, buddy. If it gets to 448, okay. I'm going to put that level on my chart. I'm going to put like an arrow. Let's see, what did you say? 448.75. Was that your initial take profit? 448.75. All right, I just put it on my chart so we can monitor it. Every day at 10 a.m. when I want to trade, my coworkers start having fun. Tell them to holler at you at lunchtime. Tell them if it's not lunchtime, don't talk to me. Oh, you know what? I didn't look at. Oh, it wouldn't have worked anyway. Good. Oh, I can't tell him. Excuse me. So out of the I forget how many losses I took yesterday. Actually, let me go look. So yesterday's bloodbath, I had 4 wins and 10 losses. Now, of the 10, I already knew that 1, 2, 1, 2. I feel like there's a third one in there somewhere. So I knew that 2 of them were invalid trades, like based on rules I already had. I just wasn't paying attention. But then out of those, like after I did, actually there were 3. So there were 3 that were invalid. One of them, I just literally, I didn't even see that it pushed off of one of the rotation levels. So that was kind of my fault. I wasn't looking that far back because there was like a huge upswing. But I had ended up getting it down to like 4 wins and 5 losses and a break even. And that is when I started going through the rest of the 5 losses with a fine-tooth comb to figure out what the hell am I doing. And one of them like was a divergence off of a new low. And I had pretty much like a very broad volume requirement for that. And based off of yesterday's loss, I was like, all right, well, let's go back and write down all the times where we had a new higher low and there was these particular volume patterns. And basically the one that I lost off of yesterday doesn't happen often. Well, it didn't happen in like 4 weeks. It only happened 3 times. And yesterday was a loss. The first time was a break even. The second time was a win. And then the third time was a loss. So if in a month's worth of data, it only set up like that 3 times, which, I mean, you're talking about divergence off new lows and new highs. So it's not surprising that it doesn't show up often. But what happens is when I don't have a lot of data where I just had a break even and a win, I'm thinking, okay, well then we're cool here. But then once you get that loss, and then you start thinking like, why does this volume pattern not make sense? So essentially the way that the volume pattern was yesterday was the volume of the reversal candle was less than the previous one and more than the first swing, right? And essentially, when I think about it, it makes sense that that shouldn't be the pattern, because if we're going off of a new higher low, and this is how I think myself through like solidifying rules of things, it has to make sense. Because if I ever teach this, I want you to be able to remember why it makes sense that this is the volume pattern that you're looking for. So if we're going off of a new high, right? If this is a true, if the new high or new low is truly giving you that much of a push, right? To push down or up, if we're going off of a new low, it shouldn't take more volume in this reversal bar to push down than this reversal bar, the first swing, because there should be enough of a push from the new high to not need so much volume in this candle. So that was like one of the things that I realized after yesterday's loss with that one, because it just makes sense. I don't know why I didn't think about that before. Don't ask me, because I don't know. But it was like little things like that where I I don't know. I just never paid attention to it. Then one of the other times that I lost yesterday, I remember I drew the um I drew the zone where the overall downtrend bias turned into an uptrend, and I took a regular pullback that was rotating on the top of that zone, right? Well, it makes sense why that would lose, because this is a major resistance level that we just broke to attempt to change trend bias. So why would the very first pullback that's happening on that zone even work? Now, in my back testing, it worked for the most part. That was kind of like the first loss. However, the other trades, that it wasn't that many times that it set up. So again, another one where I don't have a whole lot of data with that particular scenario. So I'm just like, well, it's only set up a couple times and it won, so we'll just chance it. But it's like, from a logical standpoint, it doesn't make sense to take that trade. It just doesn't. So yeah, we mitigated that one. And there was a couple of other things where it's just like, why didn't you just think of this before? Because like I said, I don't really care to take every single setup. That's not my zhuzh. But if it's gonna be a high probability setup, we're going for it. And that's all I really care about. But yeah. You took profit at a good spot. I was thinking we might reject the 400 area. We still haven't held over with strong conviction. Yeah. Where is my... Oh no, we changed to an uptrend a long time. We've actually been... I've had this uptrend bias since like 8:37 this morning. So even though I have the uptrend bias, my minor trend did change to a downtrend at 9:30. So that's kind of why we've created these lower highs. We'll see if we can push past this rotation level. If we can start creating structure above it, then I think we'll be fine. But you can see that the initial rotation level, we failed at it. And now we're attempting at the second one. I think if we can create structure above that and clear this VWAP, that will be okay to push up. But that's a lot of pressure there, so. We pulled all the way back to my major level at 404.25. Created some divergence here. Let me see, 17, all right. Created the divergence. Still got seller pressure in here too. And your level, Applejacks, is up there. So we got to get past this resistance level too. We got to get past the resistance level, the VWAP, the rotation, and the session high. So you might have been good getting out where you did, like Trenches said. It all depends on how we react here. I noticed also that today, are my charts frozen? Oh, the price just wasn't moving. I thought my charts were frozen. I also noticed that today I haven't been having the lag on my entry chart, where I can see on the chart that you guys see, and then my King Rinko chart, I can see that a reversal bar happened, or not necessarily a reversal bar, but a bar painted, but it hasn't painted on my screen yet. That has not happened at all today. So I think I can confirm it was that volume up down indicator. However, Rhythmic is pushing the data through now with that update that they did a couple weeks ago. It does not like that indicator at all. This is the address to the elementary. Pickup is 335 to 342. Pickup lane is to your right when you pull in. I gotta pick the oldest up from school today. Let's see how far it is from me. Hot diggity damn, 30-minute drive. Alright, so I'm gonna leave at like 2:45 to make sure that I get there on time. My goodness. Yeah, we're continuing to reject. If we start trading below 404.25, then I'll definitely be convinced that we're heading down. Let me draw my change of bias zone here. Yeah, see, even here, right? Although this is not a trade that I was going to take, you see how this rotation level that doesn't look like this one painted while this trade was going, and we immediately rejected and pushed back off of it. So I'm gonna make sure that I pay very close attention to it, because if we're trading going back towards the prime lows, I never really have issues. Sometimes it'll reject a little bit, like the trade that I took here. You know, we came here, rejected a little bit. Not only was it the prime high, but it also was the session high. So it did reject a bit, and then we pushed through. I don't have issues with that. I think the issue is that all the rotation levels need to be treated the same. I guess I never really looked at this one like this one, because I just feel like, well, why isn't it painted the same color? And I know why the markers are different. I definitely know why they are, but I'm thinking we need to treat them the same. So what I'll probably do for the rest of the week is, if I'm in a trade and this type of rotation level paints while I'm in the trade, I'll just go ahead and break even. And then I'll just kind of keep a little counter as far as how many times it would lose and how many times it would push through, to figure out if the break even is better, which I think that the break even is going to be better either way, honestly. But we'll see. We will see. Still having problems pushing through this little wall. I need to set an alarm for 2:30 to start getting ready, because time will get away from me. All right, I had to read something. I thought we were gonna push through that time. What does this look like on a... What we gonna do? Oh yeah, y'all. I also looked at trades after 10 o'clock to figure out if I wanted to stop at 10, and I ain't. The data's just too good after 10 o'clock. And I think I only had the one trade after 10 o'clock yesterday, and that's one of the trades where when I looked at everything with a fine-tooth comb, we'll just get rid of that particular one. If let's see, let's go back to yesterday. Like, I can't even get rid of this. I remember it was a divergence trade. So basically what I've discovered is that when I take a divergence trade, where my overall bias changes, you can see that the change line, the bias change line, went through the body of the entry candle. Okay. And basically what I realized is that it needs to go through the wick or don't touch it at all. This is another situation where literally there was really not much data on it at all. So, I mean, but it literally makes sense why that wouldn't work. So, yeah, and that was my only trade after 10 o'clock. So, 10 o'clock is not the problem. As much as I don't want to watch the paint dry after 10 o'clock, it's not the issue. It was the setup. What's the setup? We haven't even taken yesterday's high or low. Whereas yesterday's high is at 511, the low is at 201.50. Might be consolidating until Powell. Don't say that. I need one more good trade, damn it. Just one more. Let's see. We gotta stall here for a little bit for me to be able to get into the buy, going back towards the session high. I need like about 150 more volume here. Ooh, almost missed it. We got a zigzag change, but we gotta stay in it. Uh-oh. There we go. There we go. You know what? Is my child? I didn't even realize my shit was muted. My computer. I'm sitting here like, how come I'm not hearing my reversal? I thought maybe I just didn't have my alerts on, but I do. But then when I didn't hear the entry and all that other stuff, those sounds, that made me realize my computer was on mute. I feel like I turned it on mute when I walked away because I have like 10 minutes. When there's high impact news, I got like 7 minutes before and 2 to 3 minutes after to be away from the charts. So I was doing stuff. $648, $937. If this pushes down and it's valid, I'm probably gonna sit out of it for now. Okay, it didn't push because I still am not totally confident in taking trades at the major support and resistance levels. I did say that I would probably still do it with like if it's going in the right direction. So this is okay, so now I'm not. We're just gonna keep with it because let's see. Yeah, we might just stick with that notion for now until I feel completely comfortable. Because I'm also wondering, hold on, I think I saw a new message in the chat. Give me a second because my brain is working right now. Let's see if we got, that one doesn't count. That one doesn't count either. My brain is spinning. Where's the other one? This one. Let's see if I have the data in there yet. All right, I do. And okay. So yeah, I think we'll just stay away from the major support and resistance levels, and that is literally no problem, and it's very easy to remember. That's why I have them as blocks instead of dots, so I know the difference between them. Is his name Jerome, like the black name, or Jeremy? I have questions. What? Ay. Wait, why is my phone off Do Not Disturb? All right. We inching closer to your take profit level that's up there. We just still having issues trying to get through the little wall. Push through that rotation level, but now we got to push through because the major support and resistance levels are, I do see way more consolidation at those than like all the other ones. So all the extended ones past this. If I can, let me see something. Let me see if I can show. So I don't have this particular. What is it? Fame Super Pivot. And then there's this. Is it gonna show? Oh, it's not dark enough. But either way, you can see. Let me change the color real quick. All right, so now you can see. So on this indicator, and this is why I treat it as a major level and I don't like trading off of it, you could see that the major support level is down here, the major resistance level is up here, the middle pivot level is the yellow dots, which of course is halfway between the two. And you can see that the original way of using the indicator, it paints it as a zone. And so this is why for me it makes sense why I shouldn't really trade at the levels, whether it's, you know, touching the top to push up or touching the top to push down, because it's like a major decision level. The only level that I like still trading at, even though it's like a decision type of level, is the middle VWAP. But I don't take trades at the middle pivot level anymore either, for the same reason I don't want to take trades at those. And so what it does is it colors it based off of the like, if it's a regular zone, then it paints it yellow. If it's an inside bar, then it paints it like a violet color. And then if it's an outside bar, it paints it green. But I don't really care if it's outside, inside bar. I don't care about any of that. That's why I don't color the zone. Plus the colors will just get in my dang own way. But let's see if we can push through all of this. But don't worry, Applejacks, I'm not going to smack you if it gets up to the 448.75, because this was a lot to push through. We've basically been attempting to push up there since, what was the first rejection of a rotation level? Like 9:36. So 30 minutes. Count. That one does. Oh, I remember. Oh no, I want to keep that like that. Free breakfast for life, plus 17 free meals, plus first box ships free. I don't even eat breakfast. One free breakfast item per box added to any plan for as long as the customer remains active. One free breakfast item is not free breakfast for life. Good chop. High quality American meat and seafood delivered. Get $120 off. Redeem within 30 days. Might look at that. I definitely don't want the HelloFresh one. Not a fan. Since we're stalling here, I'm gonna go get me some more water. I'll be right back. All right, we got a push finally. See? That's what I'm saying. We've been trying to push to that level for what? About 30 something minutes. I mean, sometimes holding it is nice, but I would be sweating like you. That's why I scalp. That is exactly why I scalp. But like I said, I might end up doing the whole thing where I hold for a little bit longer. We'll see. Because I shouldn't really have to worry much about, like, you know, the trail and drawdown or nothing like that. Because it almost always will hit the level that I'm looking for. Like, what day is this? Yesterday, I took one of the trades and I could have gotten 27 ticks out of it versus 18. And it honestly, most of the time it looks like I don't even have to change my my stop loss or anything. So if I can do it without changing my stop loss, we'll be in there. Okay. But it's only with this one particular setup. I don't want to do it on any other one. Just that one. Just that one. So if I have time today, after putting more data in my Excel spreadsheet, I'll probably just go back and look, because honestly, that particular setup probably happens more than any of my other setups. And I always look at it like it's the start of a new trend. So if I can get in there and then hold till my till it hits my major level, I can do that all day, every day. Nothing changes. Now that would probably be one of the situations where I don't use the auto break even though. Because what I don't want to happen is it breaking even too often. Wait, I didn't take that one for a reason. Really just waiting for the next pullback for the buy to see if I'll end up getting into the buy. Girl, we hit your level to the tick. You hear me? Let me follow. What's the jackpot numbers? Literally to the tick. Applejacks, give us the lottery numbers. $7.88. I mean, literally to the tick. All right, we've invalidated the buy at this point. You're a wizard. Be a lottery wizard for me, please. Oh man. What was, you said you sold at 409. That was another 40 points. The extra 40 points would have been nice, but did you really want to sit through it, through all of that? On a regular chart, you just look at the 4-hour low from yesterday, 2 a.m. Where is the overnight low? Let me see. Overnight low is at 264. Wait, 2 a.m. What time zone? Or are you saying that you look at the low from yesterday at 2 a.m.? Or the 2 a.m.? Which one is it? Is it the low from yesterday's session that you look at 2 a.m.? Are you looking at the overnight low that most people paint from 2 to 2:30? Trenches, literally. Literally. If we don't get away from this freaking major resistance level, I don't know if I'm going to get any more trades. But let's see. Let's see. The Tuesday okay. So the Tuesday 2 a.m. candle on the 4-hour chart. Tuesday 2 a.m. candle on my 4-hour chart. All right, let me change this daily to a 4-hour so I can look at what you're looking at. Minutes. 240. This is gonna drive me insane. Crosshair. All right, there we go. Are you Eastern Standard Time? Yeah, you must. Wait. Your hand would be hurting if you held it. Got you. Got you. So I'm like, mine is at 1 and 5. I figured you were Eastern. Okay. Makes sense. So what is your typical risk to reward ratio? I'm gonna put one of these weights in this mouse. Only thing I don't like about this mouse is it's gray. For whatever reason, I like black for everything. But that's also why half the time I can't find stuff on my desk, because I buy black everything and my desk is black too. Alright, I'm gonna put one more in there. Oh, basically a 1 to 5. And do you get setups every single day? And if you do, on average, how many setups are you getting a day? Why do I have 2 sets of tweezers in here? I'm gonna throw this little fake makeup palette away that my niece keeps leaving over here. It's kitty makeup. And I need to charge my Xbox headphones too. Alright. Ah, yes, the heavier mouse is great. I'm gonna actually put one more in there. Now it's starting to feel like my wireless one. Okay, yeah, way better. Oh, let me message this guy on Discord. Message him and tell him I found. divergence. Can you share your wrinkle chart you're testing? Absolutely. Rio, you know I don't care about y'all sharing stuff. Y'all be telling me where y'all take profits are, what levels y'all looking at. You know I love that. I just don't like when people be in here telling me what to do. Mostly in London. If I went in London, I go on with my life and just watch the morning, but my back testing in New York mornings on NFP week would give me more, so I took a chance. Got you. There's a setup in the 3 a.m. hour, 10 a.m. hour, 2 p.m. hour, and 3 p.m. hour. So there was a guy who I didn't pay for his course. I just purchased an indicator that he had. It was called like the jackpot indicator or something. And he literally talked about looking at the markets in 4-hour spans, and basically was like there should be a setup in that first hour, typically the first hour of the 4-hour chunk. And honestly, I don't even remember how the setup is. I would have to go through one of my old journals. I do still have the indicator, and trying to think. I have the indicator, but it's very easy to just draw whatever it is on like a NinjaTrader chart because it was for Forex. But I definitely remember that being a thing. I definitely remember that. Tell me your thoughts. 1 day, 50 ticks. Wait. Oh, a 50 tick chart. Okay, what's your threshold? Is it still 1? It's funny because I was looking at a 40 something tick chart yesterday because I was just playing around with stuff. I wanted to see, like, you know how most times if people are scalping, or even if they're intraday swing trading, let's say that they trade off of a 5-minute chart, but they'll be looking at a 15-minute chart for direction. So I was just like playing around with different Rinko settings to see if I wanted to do like a higher chart and then still enter on the 16. I don't, but I was looking at it. I think the highest I got was like 64, if I'm not mistaken. Do the same thing pretty much, looking at it in terms of quarters. Okay, see, I be paying attention to what I be learning from people. I didn't really like his strategy much. Well, Rio, this is a nice chart if you prefer intraday swing trading. That's what I was saying, like when I first met you and we were talking about Rinkos. Like, you want to use a setting that goes with your trading style. So if you more so want to swing for a little bit longer, you definitely want to use a higher chart. And you could do something where, like, yeah, you're using a higher chart, but you use a smaller one to enter, if that's what you want to do. But let's see. All right, I'm trying to see where the open is. So the open's like around here. We pushed off of the overnight low, and we've just been going ever since. Let's look at yesterday. Yeah, these are some pretty good size swings. Let me put the put my swing indicator on. I don't even care what the zigzag look like, but I just wanted to see how many bars are going in each direction. See, that's 80 ticks, 200, and that's afternoon, but it looks like it can kind of point out the really the biggest trend of the morning. Let's see. My vision is not the best. All right, so the New York Open is around here. We've clearly broken structure. So you take the sell and ride it. Let's see, 1070. Yeah, especially if you got certain levels drawn on the chart so you can kind of see where price might react off of. This is not a bad looking chart at all. If I wanted to intraday swing, I would definitely use a higher setting like this. And you can see that it starts getting choppy after 10 o'clock. You consolidate there. You could literally draw, you drew something like this, and it's clear as day which way it broke out. But yeah, that looks pretty good. If you use this like in the first hour and a half or so of the market being open, stop around 10 o'clock or so, like don't take any reversals after 10. That looks pretty good to me. Broke down. All right, hold on. 1070. Needed to stall here a little longer. Oh shit, I keep getting rid of the data box. Didn't stall long enough. We literally were only missing like 40 volume in that candle for me to enter. You see, it would have lost if I got in. All right, if this sell goes, I want to see if it gets down to that line down there. Oh yeah, those executions are literally instant. I should have got rid of that up down indicator. This is not my favorite start of a new trend trade. It's not my favorite, but so far I haven't gotten rid of it, so we'll just let it do what it do. It's not my favorite. But I haven't gotten rid of it just yet. I'm very close to, but not yet. I'm gonna have to see what the overall is looking like. I think this is one where I get stopped out to the tick a lot when I do get stopped out. And the reason why I don't like this trade much is because my minor level is here and it went through the wick of this candle and the body of this one. I prefer for my minor level to go through the body of both, or the body of the first one and the wick of the second one. It's something about the wick to body combo that I don't really like. I have a specific volume pattern that I look for it, but probably after my session today, I'm going to go back and like literally write down all of the instances that I have with it so far to see if I want to keep it, because it's highly likely that at some point I'm just probably going to get rid of it, because like I said, it's not really my favorite. So if it's going to cause me problems long term, we'll just get rid of it. Because for me, and remember I told you guys, everything has to make sense logically, right? This is a trade where we're trying to start a new trend. My overall bias is an uptrend. Even my minor trend is an uptrend bias. Okay. So because of that, if this trend was truly trying to change into a downtrend, we wouldn't need this particular combo of how it rotates over the minor level. Because to me, this looks like, all right, we tried to reject to continue up. It wasn't strong enough, so we tried to continue down. But this going through the body of the candle, just like I said, if it's a body combo or a body wick combo, works perfectly fine. But it's this one that I ain't really much of a fan of. So I'm gonna write them down and see how I feel about it and go from there. We'll just go from there. Look at the link and see if the bottom indicator is accurate. I don't see a link. I don't think I allow links in the comments. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix it, because I don't know how. Let's see. Oh, if you select this option. Actually, let's do this. Let's do this. Hold on, I'm fixing it right now. Hold, please. Alright, I can't fix it that way. Alright, try to refresh and try to post the link now. I think I fixed it. Matter of fact, let's do this. Because I promise you guys, I've been really iffy about that stupid combo. I actually have it in red on my, I don't want to call it stupid, but I have it red on my cheat sheet because it takes a specific volume pattern for me to be okay with it. But I still don't really know if I'm okay with it after all this time, and it sets up quite a bit. Let's see. that one doesn't count. Yeah, I'm quite sure that by the time I finish this, I'm gonna say to hell with that one. That's why I said every adjustment that I've had to make probably in the last like 2 weeks, it's been minor stuff like that. Just super minor stuff, which I'm happy about because I'm not having to make major adjustments to the foundation of my strategy. But then it's like, it's the minor things that are driving me crazy right now. All right, let's see. Let's see. All right, I know what I'm looking for here. We would need to push up a little bit more though. But we can't push to the new high. So I can't take that type of divergence as of this moment. I can't take that type of divergence off of the new highs and lows. Let's see. All right, here we go. 3, 8, 9. It didn't work. Oh, why didn't it work? What are you sending a link for? Like, is it to is it like how when you have setups like on TradingView or something, how you could send a link to it? Can you email it to me? Because I want to see. I want to see. I'll put my email on the screen. Oh my God. That's gonna be so small. All right, I probably was better off just doing it that way. That's what my email is. Oh, I got you. I got you. Yeah, send the link there, and then I'll be able to look at it. It's thecoachkey@gmail.com. All right, let me get out of that pie. All right, we're rejecting here again at that rotation level. I can almost guarantee y'all I'm gonna end up getting rid of that setup. I just can feel it in my bones. Definitely cannot take a divergence buy here because we have a higher high in the middle of 2 lower lows. Just know we're gonna get rid of it. All right, here's one. 314. No problem. I'm definitely interested in seeing it. All right, we just pull back to my major level at 429. Right now, I'm just looking through my notebook at my backtest data that I have written down. And I'm literally just writing down all the instances where I see that pattern that I just lost. All right, that one's a slightly different. And it literally makes sense, which is why I've been highlighting it all this time. All right, what day was that? The 15th. So now let me go to the 18th, started that week. I'm actually almost done going through the whole week of, the whole month of March. This is why it's good to take good notes. All right, Applejacks, have a good rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you give us the lottery numbers tomorrow morning. Thank you. Now enjoy the rest of your day. It's looking like gotta get rid of it. So crazy how you have a hunch on something for such a long time, and then you realize you should have just went with your hunch. You knew what you was talking about. Put myself through unnecessary losses, trying to see if I can keep it, but it's looking like no. All right, that's it for all of that data. Now let's look at it. So I remember yesterday I lost one. Was it yesterday? Yeah, because I said that I have to treat it like the other one. Alright, and then we have today. What time was that? 10:34. 4, 3, 10:34. L plus 5. I feel like I had more data than this though. Let me go back to make sure. That one doesn't count as different. 9, I got that one written down. 10:55. Why is that one not written down? 3:11, 10:55. Yeah, I think I'm safe to just get rid of it when it looks like that. Oh wait, wrong thing. I think I'm safe to do that. I'm still just waiting on a reversal up because I still just can't take the buy no matter what. This is what we're looking like here. Clear change of structure. Oh wait, let me see. Yeah, all right, we'll just get rid of it. That's easy. Especially with it being something that I told y'all as soon as I got in it. This is something that I'm always a little iffy about. So minor and major trend were both uptrends. The wick to body combo does not work. Now, if at the time the overall bias of the the overall trend bias was a downtrend, I could do it. But what I'll do is let's see. So got a loss, a win, another loss, and then when it's we have 4 and a win. So that might be okay, at least so far. We'll see. All right, we got 6 minutes left. I doubt I get a trade in. I actually feel good about today. I mean, I feel like the two what did I take? 2 losses today? Yeah, I took 2 losses today. The first one was that divergence trade that hit the other type of rotation level where I'm gonna have to pay attention to that because that'll probably be an automatic break even like the other one is. And then the second one is that reversal pattern that I didn't feel great about to begin with, and yeah, we're just gonna get rid of that. So basically I shouldn't have any losses today. And like I said, my goal is not to have a perfect strategy. I don't think that's possible, but if I can mitigate enough losses where the strategy makes sense, we're good. Let's see, we are still on this downward spiral. And it all started with this double rejection of this rotation level. We've gone down, let's see, about 200 ticks from the top here. It rejected 450. And where did you say you was looking for a rejection? Oh, you said 400. Yep, rejected 450. Got up to 450, 175 and pushed down from there. All right, I know I can't take this first pullback of this new trend because we started with a higher high. Like I said, we have 4 minutes left. We'll see what happens, but overall, I am actually satisfied with today. I am gonna have to make me a new cheat sheet because there's a couple of little things that I've fixed. Just a few. After I make so many, I just like to just reprint it. All right, so what am I looking? Oh, here we go. So none unless right? Yes. That's easy, quick fixes. Very easy fixes. Now I do want to look at where's the here. That one doesn't count. Those are opposite, so it's okay. That makes sense. That one doesn't count. That one doesn't count either. Okay. It's all starting to make sense. We're getting there. We are getting there. I'm gonna look, I'm gonna have to go back in. Somewhere in this journal, I know I started tracking this particular thing that I'm looking at right now. But, let me see. All right, let me show you guys the accounts dashboard. Oh, why is that still in there? I only lost a little bit. It looks like today was a total of 8 trades. I won 2, lost 2, broke even on 1, 2, 3, 4. Broke even on 4. Like I said, I think with those 2 losses, I think we can get rid of, well, at least one of them for sure. I know it's gone, but I'm gonna have to look at the whole rotation thing a little bit later. But yeah, so this is where we're at. Still have 732 in this account. Because this account is brand new, I really don't want to fail it at any point. I'm hoping that with the little minor adjustments that I had to make after yesterday's bloodbath, and then today, hopefully we can bring this account back at some point, but we'll see. But yeah, so that's where it is. You're gonna eat some waffles and go to the gym. Yeah, don't let power turn you red. Most people stay away when he start talking. But yeah, that's where we're at for now. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like the video on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, you guys have a great day. And I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Rio, don't forget to email me if you haven't emailed me yet, because I want to see that. But yeah, have a great day. Bye.